Oh, I did not get messages by chance. Is Jace the Faithful, what is your first name? If you could comment that in chat. Unless... Oh, never mind. Never mind, I see him now. Sorry about that. I thought that you were saying your name is Chance, not by chance. Now I understand completely. We're good. Ignore me, Jace. An attack for 2 is going to put Brandon down to 17 from the elite. I think it's Dwynen's elite. Yeah, it's definitely Dwynen's elite. For those of you who don't know, it is a 2/2 for 1 at a green that says when it enters the battlefield, if you control an elf, you get a 1/1 elf token. Brandon is going to go to the red zone and attack with both of his tokens, knocking Cody down to 15. And he's going to follow it up with a Snapcaster Mage. Exiling Mana Leak against Cody's end of turn Collect the Company attempt. Actually, Jace the Faithful, since you're a local player, if you want, next time you come in, you can pick it up in person. If that is a problem and you would like us to mail it, that's also fine. Just let us know through the Facebook page, and we will get that taken care of. And I will say, wrecking your Chuck is a very acceptable excuse to not showing up to FNM. I forgive you. And also, good luck, and I hope your truck gets fixed very soon. And the collected company that resolves is going to find Andrew a Spellskite and an Elvish Archdruid. So now he has 3 elves. He could activate his Heritage Druid if he wishes. I believe that was his main phase, though. So he's going to attack for 3. And he's going to block with Snapcaster, and it just dies. And he has an Archdruid. It was hidden, but I think that it was enough that, you know, he did just put it into play. That's completely fine. And the Snapcaster just dies and doesn't get the sweet trade. We're in round 4, and this is game 1 with Cody Faulkner on Elves on the left of your screen, and Brandon Harless on Esper Gifts on the right. It's a incredibly hard-fought game so far. And this is just the first game of 3. And we're going to see a go for the throat, target the Elvish Archdruid. And he's not going to redirect the Spellskite. Oh, he pointed at it. Don't do that. You had to pay 2 life. Not really. This is casual, and they're having fun with each other. And it's going to be a flashback Lingering Souls, and he's probably going to put the pressure on by attacking with the 2 other Lingering Souls. No, he's just going to pass. Looks like that might be a Doctor Doom and a Nightwing that came into play. Definitely Nightwing. I can't tell what the one on the far right is, or the top of your screen for the token. We're going to see 5 mana being floated, 6 with the Spellskite for a Chord of Calling. All that's open is a blue, so if he has the Spells Pierce, he gets in with the Spell Pierce. But if he doesn't, he gets to cast, or grab Elvish Archdruid anyways. He probably won't cast it, because it just comes directly into play. Another option is actually, wow, Azuri Renegade Leader? That could present lethal next turn. Let's see, well, he does have a bunch of guys. So instead he's going to Eternal Witness back what, I couldn't actually tell what it was. But yeah, so Andrew's going to shuffle it up, and he gets his Eternal Witness that resolved. Brandon has 3 cards in hand, it looks like. And Andrew is definitely not going to attack. He's just going to pass it back. Brandon's going to draw. And he's going to look at his hand and mess around with his mana a little bit. And he's just going to pass it back. We see this a lot from the blue decks. They can just pass while the green decks have to be interactive. Granted, now Andrew has his other Court of Calling, and now he can do it in Brandon's turn. He's going to attack with Team, including the Spellskite. Granted, he does have a Gavony Township, so I guess that's not a weird attack at all. Path is going to come down for the Spellskite, I think. Or at least make Andrew pay 2 life. Maybe not. He has to remember the township triggers. And this is... Alright, so he's going to double block Heritage Druid. That's a good call. And he could also double block the Eternal Witness, and it dies too. Those are the only 2 creatures that could die off of a trade here, other than triple blocking the Dwynen's Elite. And that isn't the greatest. You can also quadruple block the Spellskite and force him to use the Gavony Township. But also I don't think that's the best. Because I think his entire plan here is to in fact use the Gavony Township. A Township usage here would clear out all of Brandon's tokens. And keep... Well, he didn't do it. So he gets to keep one of his tokens. As the Heritage Druid only was able to kill one of them back. Unless I am missing something. Brandon should still have a token. I'm going to see if I'm correct in that. Because he double blocked the Heritage Druid and double blocked the Eternal Witness. And the Heritage Druid was just a 1/1, I believe. And because of that, it was 2 1/1s blocking a 1/1, which one of them would live. So Brandon should still have a Lingering Souls token. Brandon's going to untap and draw, and it looks like he got a land. Nope, that's just a Liliana. Looks like I was just way wrong on that. Yeah, Liliana's going to come down, and it's really weird to minus with her. I think she's dead regardless next turn, so you can either get a creature out of the way and force him to attack the Liliana, and maybe keep up a Go for the Throat or something. Yeah, so he keeps 1 token, and that makes things way different. Now he has a blocker with the Liliana, which makes it to where he might just minus it. And yeah, he's going to minus it. Target Elvish Mystic is going to meet its death. Actually, he's going to respond with Collected Company first, and that's going to be met with a Remand. So Remand is going to put the Collected Company back in. Mystic's going to die, keeping the 1/1, and he's just going to pass it back and hope that there's not a Trampler to be had. Though Dwynen's Elite, if he can somehow play another one, that's going to be really good. Collected Company comes down for Andrew, and he's going to look at 6 cards. It looks like it's going to be land, Heritage Druid, land, Azuri, and I can't tell what the other card was. But it looks like he grabs Heritage Druid and Azuri. So if he untaps, he presents him with lethal again, but I doubt he will be able to attack with all of those, so he's going to force the token to block so Liliana doesn't die. He's going to pay a green to put a Heritage Druid in, and he's going to just pass turn. So Brandon needs to do something right here. And it's going to be a Supreme Verdict, Wrath of God, or a Damnation, or a Day of Judgment. So it's going to be a Wrath. That's pretty much what he needed. He didn't add 3 green to his mana pool to regenerate the elves. Oh, you can't. It's Wrath of God. Wrath of God says it can't be regenerated. Never mind. It's Wrath, so... Yeah, Wrath says bury. He doesn't know that bury means can't be regenerated. Alright, so he still regenerates them. Can't be. They die. Liliana is now going to take control of this game single-handedly, and Brandon's at a high enough life total. Wow, and discards the Lingering Souls too. So he's going to play a land and pass. Then we get to see Liliana do some fun stuff. I'm surprised he played the land and then just discarded to Liliana. He might just want to hardcast Elesh Norn. Or just hardcast that. That's also quite good. Sun Titan, and he's just going to pass. He's going to keep that card in his hand, and that is a Elvish Mystic. So there's a blocker, and it looks like if he draws the land, he's going to be casting Elesh Norn. And I don't know if he got the land, but that's what I have to imagine it was. Oh, he didn't get the ETB trigger last turn. It also has Vigilance. It doesn't tap to attack. So there's that. Alright, so Andrew's just going to scoop. We're going to go to game 2, and I believe we will see Andrew, or Cody, I suppose, is what I have written, playing first. He is on the left playing Elves, and he's looking at Chameleon Colossus, which could be a really good card in this match. It could be decent against the control game. He sided in, it looks like Path to Exile. The path targets in this deck, Brandon might play a Sheoldred. He definitely plays Elesh Norn, I know, as a man reanimation target, and I'm not sure, but he might play an Iona. Granted, if he plays Iona and he doesn't call green, the only other color he's going to call is white, because that shows the presence of removal. Looks like he might take out Mirror Entity, which I don't hate that. I'm surprised that he has the Dwynen's Elves, or what, I'm not sure, Dwynen's Disciple, Dwynen's Elite, that's right, Dwynen's Elite. I'm surprised he has those in there, or at least is keeping them in there. I know that they do give you another elf to help with like Elvish Archdruid. It's a good 2-drop, especially after a mana guy, but I feel like there are probably better sideboard options than that card in your main deck. I don't know though, because I am not looking at his sideboard, so I can't say with certainty, but that's a card that, I don't know, maybe it's actually really good against the Esper deck because it's just multiple bodies that Brandon has to deal with. I'm not sure. I'm excited to see how it plays out. Reset the life totals here, as that does need to happen. So yeah, once again, we have our Star City Games Invitational Qualifier and the Preliminary Pro Tour Qualifier. Both are the same thing. They're together, same tournament. It's $30 entry fee. That's tomorrow, and it starts at noon. It's the modern format, which is what we're playing here. Pretty soon, we're going to be doing Standard again. I think next week, we might do Standard with Magic Origins. And we didn't get enough for a Standard tournament tonight because I think everyone wanted to play Test Modern in preparation for tomorrow. So hopefully we see you all tomorrow, and we will be streaming that tournament. It's going to be a blast. I'm very excited for that. That starts tomorrow at noon. We should be on by noon, hopefully around noon. We do stream from Rare Drops, which is next door to Hometown Hobbies. It's the retro video game store, and they have a lovely supply closet, which they let us stream from. It's very convenient because it's right next to the location that we were able to set up a stream for our players to play at. So we were able to just feed a cord through the wall to get the camera connected to this computer here. So tomorrow they open at noon. We should be on camera hopefully by 12:05. The tournament might already be started, so we might be in the middle of a game when we start, but we should be able to see at least, I would say at least 6 rounds of Magic tomorrow with the top 8, which is pretty awesome. We should be doing Magic all day tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. Brandon shuffling accidentally reveals one of his best cards, Elvish Archdruid.